Good day, peeps. Fan Power News. Two things a little bit different. It's midday and I'm sober. Right, three topics. New fence at Scunny. The government have emailed me back. And the reason for number one is article number 3. Let's crack on, folks. Right, as we know, we've been campaigning about the dangers of Scunny. Suicidal Scunny, I like to call it. Because if you do hit the fence up there, it's almost suicidal. Because you know what you're doing. Because you know it's dangerous. You can't not know it's dangerous. Right. Over the last few weeks, news has come alight that they've ordered and now put in place a new polyfoam fence. It still isn't to the regulations. When you're using Armco barriers, there needs to be some additional protective equipment behind the polyfoam fence. And they haven't, well, at least we can't see. But me personally, if you want my help, Mr. Godfrey, I would put the polyfoam fence in and put the air fence in front of it. And I tell you what, I'll come and be a crash test dummy then. No, that's not probably a good thing. Anyway, but, obviously the news has broke and the videos are up online, and now Gail Godfrey has come along and said, we didn't need to tell you we was having a new fence. What's it got to do with you? Oh, wait till Article 3. You might understand why Article 1's here now. Listen, folks, when you say we ordered it back in September, well, please show everybody proof. We have lots of followers, and lots of followers are behind me. I wish you'd all speak out and even like more of my stuff. I can't please all of you all of the time, but I can please some of you some of the time. Right? And it's been going on Facebook for a couple of days. And, well, why should I tell you, she says. Why should I tell you? You don't have to tell me. But hey, there's a sting in the tail. Right. Article number 2. As I said in the previous video, or maybe a post, I'd emailed everybody at the Speedway Control Bureau and the ACU and got no replies. So, we then emailed the Culture, Media and Sports Department of our government. And this is the response that I got. Thank you for your correspondence of the 3rd of April to the Department for Culture, Media and Sport. Regarding health and safety at speedway tracks, I am responding as a member of the Ministerial Support Team. We are very sorry to hear that you feel that measures to support rider safety in speedway are currently insufficient and that the issue is not being taken seriously by your sport. As you know, the national governing bodies such as the ACU, Autocycle Union, are responsible for the regulation of their sport, and for ensuring the appropriate measures are in place to protect participants from harm, including serious injury. Now, we know there's probably 5, I can reel 5 off. We got Jack Thomas, Jan Dilks, Joe Alcock. You know, and I can't remember any of the others, but there's loads more, because the reason why I'm going to do Article 3. We will continue to work with the sports sector to ensure that player safety is prioritised. Again, riders won't speak out. This is something else that we need to change. Discussing such issues with the national governing bodies, including the ACU, where appropriate. However, as you have acknowledged, concerns over regulation should be raised with the ACU directly. You could try making email contact again, or if they remain unresponsive, then they supply a contact number on their website. Sorry, folks, I read that first time a lot better than this. So, it for me, that clearly says to me that if I go back to them now, they will pick the phone up or answer an email. and then we'll start dialogue, because we know the rules and regulations are all not fit for some tracks up and down the country, and we need to address them. And lots of other little bits and bobs to bring health and safety to a level that it's acceptable for riders' safety. Not mine, for the riders' safety. Riders can't speak out, and they just, well, look, like me, want to get on a bike, I'd love to ride now, but hey. And the third one, the sting in the tail. Right, remember when Gail Godfrey had said, we ordered it back in September. Well, last year, I contacted, I'm going to say I got my diary up there from last year and I could give you a date, but you'll just have to believe me. I approached a few solicitors who do no win, no fee claims. I explained the situation, and they was only too happy to take a case on board. But unfortunately, what the solicitor said is, when you get that person, I will no longer be able to talk to me because it's nothing to do with me. Well, it wasn't a case of if, it was when. And it didn't happen, didn't take too long, did it? So we went to Pinderfields Hospital, the photo I put up yesterday. And the reason why I was outside with a bag of licorice all sorts is, when Eric Gunderson had his accident at Bradford, he went on to Pinderfields Hospital, and I also took him a bag of licorice all sorts up, well, at least licorice, because that was his favourite sweet, and I took some up there for this rider who's been smashed up. So that's the reason for that photo, folks, right? Because, like I say, it runs deep. And I don't know where we are with all that, but clearly, if the Godfreys didn't want to admit they ordered this fence because of me, then maybe they've ordered it because maybe there's a suing claim going into Scunthorpe Speedway or the BSPL. I don't know how it all works, nothing to do with me. But what we do know is we have to improve on our tracks because they're dangerous. So there you have it, folks. There you have it. Robinson, sober. In a daytime. Well, I don't drink during the day, just at night time. And I do most of my videos on the night time. So, folks, again, if you see anything wrong and you don't want to go to your promotion because you're frightened or don't want to be speaking out because they blacklist you and take you off their little Speedway page, because that's what they do, but we see everything. Oh, a little note. On the Speedway Friends, because Carl Fiala took me off that some years ago because of rant and rave. He's now asking the question, and I can't remember the question, but goes down the road of what's wrong with Speedway. Well, I've read all the comments and they all come back to one group of people. The people run your sport. They make the rules. It's us, we need to be going to them. This is why we need to stick together. It's your sport. That, folks, was Fan Power News on the 12th of April, because I've had a day off. Good day, peeps. Love you all. And the Godfreys, because I've got nothing against them. Just want a safer track. But unfortunately, they can't see that just at this moment in time. Thank you. Bye-bye.